That's what it feels like you've got PMS every single day. You go between I know everything makes you cry to everything makes you like really fucking irritated and angry, and then you're okay again, and then you don't want to cry. Mood swings are crazy, and I already get mood swings because of the emotionally unstable personality disorder. My moods are already kind of off the charts. Hello, I'm here again. I'm wearing my sunglasses because my eyes are very red. I'll show you, hang on. I've got blepharitis. There's some redness around the skin. Yeah, I've got blepharitis. Potentially triggered by being perimenopausal. Yeah, apparently dry eyes is a symptom among the other billion ones. It's been plaguing me. I've had this for nearly, I think I've had it for about 18 months now. And see, look, I've got complete brain fog. I cannot think. I don't know words. I don't know how to say sentences. My mind is I'll talk about blepharitis in another video, I think, because this ain't going too well, is it? Right. Menopause. Perimenopausal. I am perimenopausal. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 48 in August. What's the date? It's nearly June. I first started getting symptoms when I was 45, so in 2020. My period started to become irregular. I thought it was just stress. To be honest, I thought you didn't have the I knew nothing about it. It's ridiculous, really. Literally nothing. All I thought was when you get to the menopause, your periods stop, but it's brilliant because your periods stop and that's it. And maybe you get some hot flushes, and well, I mean, you know, that's a small price to pay for not having periods every month, but it's not that simple. I also thought I would be in my mid 50s or something. So yeah, at 45 you don't think, well, I'm perimenopausal. Well, I didn't, unless you've been educated about it, and I hadn't. And I don't think a lot of women are. It's not really talked about, except, well, it is a lot more now, especially now Davina McCall did her programmes, which I highly recommend you go and watch. She did 2 about menopause. I think one was called Sex Myths and the Menopause, and one was called Sex Mind and the Menopause. I think they were on Channel 4, and I highly recommend watching those because they're really helpful. And she's great, and it'll give you a lot of information. Anyway, yeah, so in 2020 my periods became irregular, and so they kind of stopped for months, and then I suddenly had probably one of the heaviest periods I've ever had in my life. It was frightening how heavy it was. It was like I was hemorrhaging or something. But again, I just put it down to stress because the period had come. So I thought, okay, so my periods are back, that's fine. And then they carried on being weird, but again, I just thought it was I put it down to stress. I then began to have other physical symptoms which were really debilitating. Joint pain, exhaustion, not sleeping. I mean, joint pain where I felt like I had flu all over my body. Everything hurt. Everything still does hurt. Headaches. I don't normally get headaches, but I started to get like a headache all the time. Couldn't concentrate. My memory was declining. I put that down to having had, see, this is what I mean, having had ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, which affects your memory, and it did affect my memory when I had it done. So I had electroconvulsive therapy for severe treatment-resistant depression. I went to the doctor, and eventually I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I don't know whether it's a mixture of fibromyalgia and being perimenopausal, or if it's just being perimenopausal. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, so I thought, okay, I've got fibromyalgia and I'll have to try and learn to manage it. Then, at the beginning of 2021, I suddenly got very, very dry eyes, conjunctivitis constantly, and I also got eczema. which I hadn't had for 20 years. And I just started to feel absolutely awful, to the point where I was bedridden and suicidal. I felt that bad. It's been the worst 2 years of my life, to be honest. The worst. Then I suddenly lost my sex drive, and I suddenly started to get really sore down below. And my personality changed. I became aggressive and angry and constantly crying. I became a really unpleasant person. I lost all my feelings of compassion and kindness. I just felt awful, like I was going mad. I've never been that unhappy. It wasn't the normal depression feelings that I get. It was something else, it was something different. You know, my mum really noticed that my personality had changed. It also seemed to me that everything must be linked, everything must be connected. I've got all these physical symptoms, all these emotional and mental symptoms that are like nothing I've ever experienced before. And I also got an infection down there. Oh, it was just awful. Yeah, I was getting infection after infection, UTI followed by like a vaginal infection. I was in so much pain and not sleeping, averaging maybe 2 to 3 hours a night. And having no sleep makes you go crazy. So I had a blood test and they checked my hormones, and yes, I'm perimenopausal. There are a myriad of symptoms when you're perimenopausal, but it can drive you nuts. Some women have an easier time of it than others. If you have a history of mental health problems, the menopause can be significantly worse. And my psychiatrist and the gynecologist that I've been seeing, well, their view is that this change, this has triggered a sort of psychotic episode. And that sounds dramatic, but I have felt psychotic. It's caused my husband and I to separate, and that's very hard to deal with on top of all the other things too. I've been put on HRT. It's really not a bloody laugh. It's not a joke. It's not fun. I'm not enjoying it. I don't like it. So fingers crossed the HRT will sort me out. What can I tell you that's good? Have I got any good news? Hopefully it'll all be hunky-dory. Okay, that'll do for now. Okay, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye.